There's a special kind of cruelty that doesn't look cruel at all. It wears a soft voice. It brings wine. It sits beside you on the couch and tells you everything will be okay. That's the part people don't understand when they hear my story. They think my sister just fell in love with my ex. No, she held my hand while I was breaking and never let go long enough for me to see the knife. The night he broke up with me, I didn't fall apart right away. At first, I was calm, too calm. He stood in my living room, hands in his pockets, eyes fixed somewhere above my shoulder like he couldn't bring himself to look at me directly. "I've been thinking about this for a while," he said. That sentence should have warned me. For a while usually means longer than you think. "I don't feel the same anymore," he added. "I don't want to waste your time." Waste my time, 4 years reduced to efficiency. I asked the obvious question, "Is there someone else?" He shook his head fast, too fast. "No, God, no, this isn't about that." I wanted to believe him, so I did, because the truth hadn't fully surfaced yet and lies are easier when you're exhausted. He left quietly, no yelling, no slammed doors, just a hug that felt hollow and a promise to always care about me. I locked the door behind him and then I called my sister. She arrived within 20 minutes. Too fast for someone who had no idea this was coming. She didn't knock. She let herself in like she always did. She took one look at my face and opened her arms. I fell into them. She smelled like her usual perfume. The one I'd complimented her on last Christmas. She guided me to the couch, poured wine without asking, handed me a glass like she'd done it 100 times before. "I knew something was off with him," she said, shaking her head. "I never liked how distant he got." I stared at the floor. "I thought I was crazy," I said. "You weren't," she replied immediately. "You never are." That sentence sticks with me now because she sounded so sure. Like she'd already rehearsed it. She stayed for hours, listened while I replayed the relationship out loud. All the moments I thought I'd messed up, all the times I blamed myself. She never defended him, not once. In fact, she went a little too hard. "He never deserved you. I always thought you were settling. You're way too good for him." At the time, it felt comforting. Now it feels calculated. Before she left, she hugged me again and said, "I've got you, always." Always. I didn't know that always came with conditions. The weeks after the breakup were a blur. I cried. I didn't cry. I tried to be strong. I wasn't. And my sister, she was everywhere, checking in, dropping off food, sending motivational quotes like she was running a grief management campaign. But there were cracks, tiny ones. She started answering texts slower. She stopped inviting me to certain things. When I mentioned him, her energy shifted, tight, guarded. Once I joked, "You're gonna end up seeing him around more than I do." She laughed too quickly. "God, no," she said. "That would be weird." Weird, another word that aged badly. About 6 weeks after the breakup, I noticed something else. He stopped texting entirely. At first, I thought that was a good thing, healthy boundaries, clean break, but then I realized he hadn't blocked me. He'd muted me. That's different. Blocking is final, muting is cautious. Like someone who doesn't want to see you but still wants to keep tabs. I mentioned it to my sister casually one night while we were on FaceTime. "He hasn't reached out at all," I said. "Not even to check in." She shrugged. "Probably for the best." Then she paused. "Have you tried not posting so much?" I frowned. "Posting what?" "Just, sad stuff." I hadn't posted anything sad. I'd posted Jim's selfies, coffee, work, nothing about him. "That's random," I said. She smiled tightly. "Just a thought." Later, I checked my stories. He'd viewed every single one, and suddenly her comment made sense. The first real crack came from someone else. A coworker I barely spoke to. We were leaving work together when she asked, "Hey, can I ask you something kinda awkward?" I laughed. "Sure." She hesitated. "Are you okay with your sister dating your ex?" I stopped walking. "What?" She froze. "Oh my God, you didn't know." I didn't know. Those 2 words hit harder than anything else. "I know," I said slowly. "What are you talking about?" She went pale. "I'm so sorry. I thought everyone knew." Everyone, that word again. She explained it awkwardly. carefully, how she'd seen them together at a bar weeks earlier, how they looked close, how someone mentioned it like it was already common knowledge. I thanked her, got in my car, and screamed, not crying, screamed. Because now the timeline was cracking open and it was uglier than I'd imagined. I called my sister that night. She didn't answer. I texted. Nothing. I called again, straight to voicemail. That's when I knew people who are innocent don't hide. They rushed to explain. She called me back the next day. Her voice was calm, too calm. Hey, she said, what's up? I didn't ease into it. Are you dating him? Silence, not denial, silence. That's not what I asked, I said. She exhaled. It's complicated. That was it. That was the confirmation. You've been seeing him, I said, while you were sitting on my couch, while you were telling me I deserved better. She got defensive immediately. We didn't plan this, she snapped. It just happened. I laughed, loud, sharp. Funny how it just happened while I was still with him. She bristled. You don't own him. There it was, the line people use when they don't want to acknowledge betrayal. And you don't own honesty, I shot back. She tried to flip it. You're being dramatic. You always do this. You make everything about you. I felt something detach inside me. You held my hand while you were sleeping with my boyfriend, I said quietly. That's not drama, that's betrayal. She snapped then. He was never really happy with you. The words hung in the air, heavy, permanent. I didn't respond. Because I finally understood something. She wasn't sorry. She was relieved the secret was out, relieved she didn't have to pretend anymore, and that hurt worse than the affair itself. That night I went back through my memories with fresh eyes. Every look, every pause, every time she knew too much, she didn't just date my ex. She studied my relationship. She learned its weaknesses. She waited, and when it ended, she stepped in like she'd been rehearsing for the role. I realized something terrifying then. She didn't comfort me despite dating him. She comforted me because she was dating him. It eased her guilt. It kept me blind. It kept her image clean. And once I saw that, I couldn't unsee it. Because what I discovered next wasn't just that they overlapped. It was how long they planned to hide it and what they expected me to sacrifice to keep their secret. And that's when I decided I was done protecting people who never protected me.